Hey guys, this is Zach from Say What Zach here. We are doing the review for Monday, November 3rd. Sorry, Monday, December 2nd. I'm mixing up my days. It's been a long week. But anyways, this is for Monday, December 2nd, the review of tonight's games. So, first game I'm going to jump into really quick is the Golden Knights taking on the New York Rangers. So this game, Subban was his first game against the Rangers. This is the first time he's getting to play against the New York Rangers. Never played against them before in his career. It was a quick start for Vegas. They started out right out of the gate, getting a goal relatively quick, started fast, putting the Rangers in there, like showing that they wanted to get that quick start. So they did that, took advantage of it, scored some goals, and put the Rangers down early, and they never let up. Second period, Rangers tried pushing late, tried to make some noise, couldn't do it. Vegas again just stayed on it, put the pedal to the metal, kept pushing, and did not let the Rangers back in this game. It was a very one-side kind of game. Rangers never looked like they were going to get back into it. Sorry, reading my notes, trying to remember back to that long ago, 3 or 4 hours ago, trying to remember what I wrote. The Rangers did score one and pulled in 3 of the Golden Knights. Just that was about it, though. Again, it was a very blah game. A lot of these games were very one-sided tonight. The last game was the only one that was somewhat close. Third period, early power play for the Rangers. Didn't have anything happen with it. Vegas killed it. And then right after that first one ended, they took another penalty, which they had to kill a second penalty right after the first one. It was just like, Vegas is almost trying to hand this game away. They need to crack down on that, because if it was against anybody besides the Rangers, they're a team below them, they probably would have gone south quick. First 3-game winning streak for the season for the Golden Knights, which was awesome, the Golden Knights obviously take this one. There really wasn't much else. I mean, there was a couple things. One shot for the Knights. So the Knights had one shot in the first 13 minutes of the third period, nothing much. There's a 6-on-4 for the Rangers at 17.5 minutes into the game, or into the period. Ryan Strome tried playing a stick over to one of his teammates. I think it was Mika Zibanejad. So he hit it with his own stick towards him, and he got a penalty for it. So they made it a 4-on-4. And then, as they were doing that, they got another penalty taken. Golden Knights took another penalty, which put them now 4-on-5. It was just like, so didn't try and rework this. So it was a 5-on-4. They pulled the goalie and make it 6-on-4. As the Vegas Knights, or as the Rangers trying to come back in, Ryan Strome hit the stick over to Mika Zibanejad. Illegal to do that. Gets a penalty, making it 4-on-4. So put Lundqvist back in, 4-on-4. They play for a little bit, for like a couple minutes. I think not even like, I'd say about a minute of that was 4-on-4, if that. Then Paul Stastny takes a holding call on the Rangers, which puts the Rangers back on the power play. Then they pull Lundqvist to make it a 5-on-3. So within I would say the last 2 minutes of that game, there was like 3 penalties, 4-on-4, 5-on-3. It was just like, wow, what? Yeah, it was hard to keep up on it. But yeah, again, first 3-game winning streak for the Vegas Knights this season, which gives you a 4-1 victory for the Golden Knights tonight. Moving them back into a playoff spot. So good on the Golden Knights. Your goal scoring place, Tuck scored 1:34 into the first from Marchessault and McNabb. Then Tuck would get a second night, which was one of the players I was watching. Looked really good, obviously. Tuck would score a second, 3:50 into the first period. So again, he was like, no, we're going to get in. We're going to do this, get this done. He got a second from Schmidt and William Karlsson. Riley Smith got an unassisted goal at 4:44 of the second, so 4:44, which is kind of fun. Don't see that very often. And then Max Pacioretty got one at 6:20 of the second from Glass and Stone, which again was pretty much the nail in the coffin. Lemieux would get a goal 15-15 in the second period from Trouba and Zibanejad, but again, it didn't really make a difference. Final shots, 32-30 for the Vegas Golden Knights. The Knights now are 14-11-4, and the Rangers are now 13-10-3. So those are the records as of tonight's win and loss. Jumping over to the next game, which is St. Louis taking on Chicago Blackhawks. Again, none of these games are super exciting to watch. It was very one-sided of like a team doing really good in the standings against a team who's not doing very well in the standings. There's only really 2 games in here that were like not lopsided, I guess. And even this Vegas one Knights I would consider are better than the Rangers. They're just not playing well enough yet. It's a whole thing. Anyways, the Chicago versus St. Louis. There was a crazy bounce off the backboard behind Crawford right at the beginning of the game. Like, he went to go play it, like it bounced off the backboard, came right back out. He went to go play it and it bounced over a stick right into a St. Louis Blues player to put it right into the net. It was just like, wow, that sucks. Chicago was down 1-0 really quick in this game from a really weird bounce. It was the 900th game for Jonathan Toews tonight too, so congratulations, only 100 away from that 1,000 mark. Bozak got a shorthanded breakaway, but missed, so he did a deke and he shot over the net, and we're just like, oh, that would have been nice to see. Power play for St. Louis on a really bad call. I think it was Patrick Kane was falling, and then his glove came out and hit a skate, and the guy tripped over his glove. So they gave Patrick Kane the penalty for tripping. Nothing came of it. Actually, they may have scored in that power play. Now I think about it, I don't remember. I know they scored on a power play tonight. Can't remember which one. The Blues did hit the post 16 minutes into it, off a bad save from Crawford. So Crawford went to go to make the save, missed his glove, whatever, hit the post, then bounced out. It was just like, wow, that was too close for comfort, which I would put down 3-0. Doesn't really matter. But anyways, second period, quick start power play for the Hawks. 30 seconds into it, the Blues killed that off, no problem. Nothing really getting through to Allen. They really just couldn't get anything through. The Blues were blocking, or just Blackhawks were missing shots. And when they did get a shot through, no traffic in front of Allen. Allen could see perfectly, save it right out midair. Nothing. No traffic. So there's something going on with Chicago's plan, especially on the power play. They need to get traffic in front of the goaltending. But whatever. They didn't do that. And I noticed Jonathan Toews just didn't look right tonight. He was sluggish to get into plays. He wasn't good at defending. He just looks off. It was not a great game for Jonathan Toews. I know he's been kind of slacking as of late, so I don't know. Something's off with him. The boards were active. Obviously, there was another play where the puck went off the boards and almost came back out, and then the Blues almost scored on it again. It was just another, I don't know what's going on with the boards. It's almost like the Joe Louis Arena boards, where they're very bouncy. The puck would bounce straight back out in front of the net. Haven't seen those kind of boards in a while since Joe Louis is now gone. Jonathan Toews took a penalty for slashing 14 minutes into the period. The Hawks kill it. DeBrincat hits the post late in the period. And he has 6 goals in 9 games against the Blues. So Alex DeBrincat's pretty good at scoring in St. Louis. He would not do that tonight. Third period. Hawks pushed hard midway through the third, but nothing really. Again, Blues didn't held off, and then got the third goal, and was just like, okay, I see the Hawks aren't coming back in this game. There's no way. The Hawks aren't getting much of anything to the net. Saad missed an open net, so puck comes straight to Saad, and he shot it, and it hit off grazed off the post and went out the other side, and it's just Hawks just are not getting anything right now. That was 18 minutes into the game, or to the third. Ole Mata gave away the puck. He was playing around, and he shot it and gave it straight to a Blues player right in front of Crawford. He was deked a few things and got the 4th goal. And again, just put the nail in the coffin. It was just, Hawks looked off tonight. And that would also be the end of Patrick Kane's point streak. He ends it at 15 games with a point, so 15 is the marker. And then Allen gets his first career shutout against the Hawks, obviously, since it's his first time playing against... that was last game. This was the first time he shut out the Hawks. Jake Allen came in when the Hawks were very good, and this is not the year for the Hawks. So, game was 4-0 was the final for St. Louis. Your goal-scoring plays, you got Ekrin? I don't know who that is. McEachran? I've not heard of him. It was a little surprise, so I have to look into him. He scored at 2:39 of the first from Vince Dunn. Jenny Schwartz would score 14:22 of the first from Pietrangelo and Perron. Braden Shin would score 8:56 into the third from Nathan Walker and Braden Schwartz. And Bozak would get the last goal unassisted from the Ole Mata turnover. 18-11 into the third to make it 4-0. Shots on goal are 30-38 for the St. Louis Blues. Blues are now 18-5-6, and the Hawks are 10-12-5. So the Hawks are dropping steadily below that 500 mark. Third game I got to watch tonight, because again, all these games were nicely spread out. So it was 7, 8:30, and 10. So it was nice and spread out, so I could catch most of the games. This was the Ducks taking on the LA Kings. In the first period, the Ducks had a lot of hard pressure on the Kings early. They came out and did exactly what they needed to do. Pushed hard, put some pressure on that young defense of the Kings, and they scored pretty quick because of it. They did exactly what they needed to go and do, scored quick on this defense. That was pretty much the first period. There was a couple goals for the Ducks. Very well first period played for the Ducks. They played very well for that first period. Second, Miller stopped Kempe off a shot in front. It was another one of those like weird bounces off the boards. Came out and Kempe shot it. Ryan Miller made the save. Really lively boards tonight. It was really surprising. I don't see it as often anymore. The Ducks respond quickly after the Kings scored to make it 2-1, and the Ducks scored very shortly after that to make it 3-1 again. They were not trying to let the Kings back in this game, and they almost did. Delay of game penalty, making it 5-on-3. So there's a power play for the Kings 8 minutes into the period, and then they got a delay of game as they were killing out that other one for the Ducks, which made it 5-on-3 for the Kings. The Ducks killed both of them, and then the Kings scored like seconds after the 5-on-3 was pretty much over. They scored as soon as the penalties were over. They scored, I think it was like maybe 10-15 seconds after the periods. So it was again one of those things where, even though it wasn't a power play goal, they still kind of got a goal because of the power play. Yeah, one of those things. The Kings picked up their hitting in the second period. They were starting to come on a little bit in the second period. You tell that the Ducks they held on. The Ducks held on, let's just say. In the third period, it was just good back and forth game. Wasn't anything special a whole lot. There was a lot of just good back and forth, skating, shooting, good defense on both teams. It was really not much to really say about the third period. It was just pretty much the Kings pulled the goalie 19 minutes in, trying to get that extra one, and Getzlaf gets an empty net, or not Getzlaf, Grant gets a second of the night for the empty net. And that was pretty much the game. The second period was probably the most enjoyable of that period, and then the weird, bunch of penalties all over the place. It's like the weirdest thing from the Golden Knights and New York game. But there wasn't a whole lot of I don't know, great moments in tonight's games, I'll just say. But anyways, going into the scoring plays, you got Grant 5-14 in the first period from Delores and Rowney. Silverberg 9:47 of the first from Lindholm and Raquel. McDermott 6:01 in the second from Lewis and Amadio. Rowney 6:57 of the second from Lindholm and Delzato. Prehorkin, still not sure who he is. Again, there's a lot of the younger guys, and these guys I'm still learning. He scored 11:42 of the second from Sam, I believe, Walker and Toffoli. And then Grant 9:22 into the third from Getzlaf and Lindholm, making it 42 was your final for the Ducks. Shots on goal were 20-36 for the Ducks. I guess for the Kings technically got shots, but it didn't really matter. So that moves the Ducks 12-12-4 in the season, so they're a 500 club again. And the Kings are now 11-16-2. So again, the Ducks are pushing hard to try and stay relevant. The Kings are just trying to make it, I don't know, they're trying to work through some stuff, but they're at least winning and making it close. So they're doing okay. Other two games of the night, you had Buffalo taking on New Jersey. 7-1 was the final for Buffalo. Buffalo annihilated the Devils. It was just, I don't know. The Devils are in trouble. That's pretty much my note to take away from tonight's game. Devils need to figure something out. This is getting bad. And they play Vegas, I think they play them tomorrow. So they're playing Vegas tomorrow as well. So they're just, it's going to be a rough season for the Devils. And then the other game was the Islanders taking on the Red Wings. Again, it's pretty much 4-1 was your final for the Islanders. No surprise there. The Wings are pretty much just looking forward to the trade deadline. Try and hopefully move some of these big contracts out to get some draft picks. And then the draft, hopefully getting one of the top picks, one of the top 2 or 3 picks. That's pretty much where we are as a fan base and the team is, I'm assuming. Just trying to get rid of some people at the trade deadline and picking up some draft picks. But yeah, those are your 5 games for the night. Standings didn't change a whole lot. Actually, there was a decent amount of change now I'm thinking about it, considering how few games there were. So Oilers stay atop of the Pacific with 37 points. Coyotes stay at 34 with second in the division. The Knights move up to third with 32 points, so they knock San Jose down to a wild card spot. St. Louis moves up to 42 points, still at the top of the Central. Colorado still 34 points, second. Winnipeg still 33 points, which is third in the Central. The wild cards are still Dallas with 33 points, and the Sharks are now your second wild card with 31 points, knocking Vancouver out of the playoff spot. Over in the East, you got the Washington Capitals, 43 points still. The New York Islanders are now at 38 points with their defeat of the Red Wings. The Flyers are still at 35 points for third in the Metro. In the Atlantic, Boston still at 43. The Panthers are still at 31. Buffalo, 31 points now, knocking the Maple Leafs back out of the playoff spot. We'll see if that's how long that stands. Your wild cards are still Carolina at 33 points and Pittsburgh with 32 points. So those are your current standings after December 2nd's games. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you watched any of these games. Were you guys entertained by them? They were okay. None of them were sticking out too much to me. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like the video, give us a like and a subscribe. Again, I do this on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, or when we do our reviews. I might do another couple hits here and there, but definitely Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays for sure. We'll be uploading review videos. But again, this is Zach from Say What Zach here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will talk to you guys again soon.